Hello, guys. I am once again back on your screen, and in this episode, we will be looking at understanding candlestick patterns. Now, if you haven't watched the episode one of this series of episode that I'm doing, then I would encourage you to go back to watch episode one of this video, which talks about the anatomy of the candlestick, as you are seeing on the screen. So in the first episode or in episode one, I explained the concept of the anatomy of the candlestick, and that is the basic or the fundamental knowledge you need to be able to proceed further to understanding how the financial market works or understanding the language of the financial market. And guys, trust me, these are the building blocks of your knowledge in the financial market. Understanding the anatomy of a candlestick is really important. Now, once you are done watching that video, if you have already watched it, then this episode is actually for you and it's going to give you a background knowledge on how to understand candlestick pattern. So this episode is about candlestick pattern. That is what we are going to learn. We are going to look at various candlestick patterns. All right, there are various candlestick patterns, and you must understand all of these candlestick patterns and how they works and the psychology behind the formation of these patterns. And like I said, your knowledge or your background knowledge in the anatomy or the part of the candlestick is actually going to help you in understanding this stage or this episode. Right now, before we delve into it, um, if you are new on this channel, I want to let you know that this is the right place for you if you want to learn about the financial market, if you want to learn technical analysis, fundamental analysis, anything that has to do with trading forex, anything that has to do with trading cryptocurrencies and trading stocks. I always tell my students that your knowledge in technical analysis, okay, is the language that you'll be able to speak and relate with traders in the trading community. Before you be able to trade and relate with successful traders, you need to understand the language of the market, which is the candlestick or the anatomy of the candlestick, and then the candlestick patterns, which is very important, right? So if you are new on this channel, guys, I will encourage you to subscribe because I keep on updating, I keep on sharing insightful information. For you to be notified always, make sure you subscribe and then you click on the bell notification icon. If you're already subscriber, then kudos. All right. So if you found this educational or if you find this insightful, I also encourage you to strike the like button, as it doesn't cost any amount to do that. Just support me by clicking on the like button, and I hope you would all do that for me. And then if you have any question in whatever I'm going to present, kindly leave your comment in the comment section. If you want to connect with me, I have um, all my social media handles in the description. You can connect with me. And if you want mentorship too, you can actually link up with me. I'm going to have a mentorship with you. That is a paid mentorship. Yes, a paid mentorship. I would actually have it with you. All right. So let's delve directly into what we have in this episode. So we are looking at um, candlestick patterns. Candlestick patterns. So there are various candlestick patterns and the psychology behind the formation of these candlesticks, all right, or these patterns in the market. So we shall be looking at some of the patterns, and then when we are done, we shall look at we shall go onto the chart or into the market and look at how these patterns were formed, the psychology behind it, and what happened next in the market. Right. So let's delve into it. Now, the first one we have is the engulfing bar candle. That is the first candlestick pattern we have, the engulfing bar candle. Then the second one we have is the dodgy candlestick pattern. The dodgy candlestick pattern. Then we have the dragonfly dodgy pattern. The dragonfly dodgy pattern. All right. Then we have the gravestone dodgy pattern. The next one is the morning star candlestick pattern. Then we have the evening star, the hammer candlestick pattern, the shooting star candlestick pattern, the harami pattern, and then the tweezer tops and bottom pattern. Guys, these are the various candlestick patterns that are there that you must understand. Now, if you are able to go through all these candlestick patterns, you understand them, and then you know the psychology behind the formation of these patterns, then guys, you really have, I would say, you have a degree in understanding the financial market, because these are the various patterns that occurs within the market. All right. Then, in addition to some few things that you'll be learning, you become what? You become a pro in this field. So we are going to take each of these patterns one by one. We are going to take the engulfing bar candlestick one by one. Yes, I'll talk about them one by one so that you get to understand the in-depth psychology behind them. All right. So the first one we are going to look, before we delve into this pattern. Now, when you get into the market, or you open the charts of any market at all, okay, you are going to see these candlesticks. All right, you are going to see these candlesticks. Now you realize that these candlesticks have different body sizes and shape. Some are long, some are short. Okay, some are very long, some are very short. You see, some has a long upper shadow. Okay, some would have a long upper shadow, others too will have a long lower shadow. All right, now you see those with smaller bodies, those with long bodies, all right, then those with long upper shadows and those with long lower shadows. All these have what? Psychology behind them. There is a psychology behind the formation of these candlesticks. Now, when I say psychology behind them, I mean when these candlestick patterns occurs in the market, what is the reason behind it? And then what is the next line of action? That is what we want to learn to know, so that whenever we are trading or whenever we see this candlestick pattern, we know what is going to happen next. Okay, then as a result, we're going to take advantage of that, because once we know what will happen next, we know what to do next, whether to buy or what to sell. All right, so we shall be looking at these ones one by one. We shall be looking at them one by one. So let's move straight up to the first one, which is the engulfing bar candlestick pattern. All right, so when I'm done with the engulfing bar, the next pattern is going to be in a separate episode. I want to take them one by one, just like I said, so that you can get the in-depth or the import of this message. So in all, this is the second episode. Make sure you watch the first one, which I said that is the anatomy. Then the next one we are talking about is the candlestick pattern, which we are looking at the engulfing bar candlestick pattern as the first candlestick pattern. All right, so with the engulfing bar candlestick pattern, there are two types. We have the bearish engulfing bar and the bullish engulfing bar. So bearish engulfing bar, bullish engulfing bar. So we are going to look at the formation behind the formation of these candlestick. All right, so guys, as the name suggests, engulfing bar. Okay, bearish engulfing bar. Bearish engulfing bar. Now, when we say something has engulfed something, we mean that it has covered it or it has overshadowed it completely. Okay, so this candlestick pattern involves two or more candles. All right, it involves mostly we talk about two candles. Okay, so the first candle should be a candle with a short body. All right, or should be a candle that's the first candle in this pattern, should be a candle with a short body. Then the next candle, which is the engulfing bar, should be a long bearish candle. We are talking about bearish engulfing bar. All right, so the next candle that forms should be a long candle or a long bearish candle. All right, so when you see that there is a long bearish candle in which the open and the close has completely overshadowed the previous candle. All right, the first candle can be a bullish candle or a bearish candle, but the most important thing is that the next candle that forms, open and close, should completely overshadow the previous candle. So you can see that this bearish or this long bearish candle has overshadowed or has engulfed the first candle. The moment you see this candlestick pattern in the market, it tells you that sellers have taken control over the market. Sellers have taken control over the market. And the next line of action is that you should be expecting market, or you should be expecting price to go down or push down further. There's going to be a drop in the exchange rate, or the exchange rate is going to go down. So in such market, when you see a bearish engulfing bar, you should anticipate that it is likely that the market will drop further. Now, you can't use only this candlestick pattern to determine. We have other factors of confluence. It depends on where this pattern is forming in the market, whether it's forming on support and resistance. Those ones we shall go over them, except you already know them. But you cannot trade this candlestick alone because you see an engulfing bar, okay? Even though the analogy behind this is that markets will go down further, but it depends on where the market is forming. All right, so you use this knowledge in addition to other knowledge to be able to take or make your trade decisions. But the psychology behind this is whenever you see a bearish engulfing bar, it tells you that, or it's a signal that market is about to drop, or price is about to go down. All right, now let's move on to the bullish engulfing bar. The same psychology is the same psychology that is behind it. So with a bullish engulfing bar, it has it's made up of two candles, all right? Sometimes you can have other previous candles, but the one that should be a bullish engulfing bar should be able to engulf the previous candle fully. So in this bullish engulfing bar, you realize the first candle here, I said it could be bearish, it could be bullish, but it should have a small body. And then the next candle that forms should engulf it completely. The open and the close of the engulfing bar should engulf or cover the previous candle fully. That is what we mean by bullish engulfing bar. Now, this is the psychology behind it. All right. Now, the moment you see a long bullish candle engulfing the previous candle, it tells you that buyers have taken control over the market. And the next line of action is that you should expect price or the exchange rate to go higher and higher, or it should go up. So when you see a bullish engulfing bar, depending on where it is forming in the market, it should inform you that market is about to go up. It should inform you that market is about to go up. So now that we are done with bullish engulfing and bearish engulfing bars, let's go into the market to see examples of these candlestick pattern, and then we are going to see if indeed they obey the psychology that we just talked about, that when you see a bearish engulfing bar, it tells you that market is about to go down further. Then also when you see a bullish engulfing bar, it tells you that market is about to climb up, or the price is about to go higher and higher. Now let's go into the market and see for ourselves. Let's go into the market and see for ourselves these candlestick patterns that we are talking about, guys. Okay, so we want to look at bullish engulfing bar and bearish engulfing bar. Now let's try to see if we can identify some of these candlestick patterns. Let me use the 4 hours. Yes, let's try and see if we can identify some of these patterns in the market. All right. I'm going to check some of these out. Let's see if we can have some of them here. Just give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Let me identify these engulfing bars. Okay, good. We have one here. Let me take out this. Guys, look at this carefully. This is a bullish engulfing bar. This is a bullish engulfing bar. You could see this is a bullish engulfing bar because the open and the close engulf the previous bearish candle. All right. So we said that when you see a bullish engulfing bar, okay, look at after this bullish engulfing bar, we are anticipating that price will go higher. Okay, so after this bullish engulfing bar forming, look at how price rallied all the way up. Look at how price rallied all the way up. even if it doesn't go up immediately, it is a signal that market will go up in the future, or market is about to go up. So after this bullish engulfing bar, look at how price ranged a little, but definitely it went up. It went all the way up. All right, it went all the way up. So when you see a bullish engulfing bar, it's an indication that price is about to drop. All right, price is about to drop. That's what it means. Now let's see other good. Look at this carefully. You see this is a bearish engulfing bar. All right, you should see this is a bearish engulfing bar. Look at this long bearish candle. You see that the open and the close engulf this bullish candle. That's the previous candle. Okay, the bearish engulfing or the bullish engulfing can engulf more than 2 or 3 candles sometimes, but the common criteria is that it should completely engulf the previous candle. So you see the open and the close has what engulf this candle. And then I said when you see a bearish engulfing bar, it tells you that market is about to what, or price is about to go down. Now look at this. After the formation of this bearish engulfing bar, look at how price went all the way down. Price went all the way down, even though it wasn't a deep drop, but price definitely dropped up to this low. Okay, because of this key level, price was prevented from going deeper. All right, so you can look on your charts. Okay, this is another bearish engulfing bar. Okay, another bearish engulfing bar, and look at how price dropped all the way down here. Price dropped all the way down. Okay, now it is not all the engulfing bar that tells you that market is what's going to drop. It depends on where the candlestick is forming, whether it's on a support or it's on a resistance. Okay, but we shall combine this knowledge when we get to support and resistance. But for now, just know that when there is a bearish engulfing bar, it tells you that market is about to drop. Okay, it tells you market is about to drop. Look at this one as well, this example. Look at this bullish engulfing bar. After the formation of this bullish engulfing bar, look at how markets were dropped all the way down to this point. Market dropped from the top side all the way down. Just as you can see, market dropped from this level all the way down here. All right, all the way down, guys. So this is how this is an example of what the bullish and the bearish engulfing bar. You can open your chart, look through it. You see this bullish and then bearish engulfing bars, and then the psychology behind them when after they have formed. All right, so thank you so much for your time watching this episode. All right, this is the second episode. Like I said, we are moving on to the third episode where we'll be talking about the we are done with the engulfing bar candles. So I said we have two types, the bullish and the bearish engulfing bars. So the next episode, we are going to talk about the dodgy candlestick pattern and the psychology behind the formation of these candles. Guys, take notes that the names does not what really matter. What matters is when you see a long engulfing bar or a long bearish candle or a long bullish candle, what is the psychology behind it? What is the meaning of that and what is about to happen next? If you understand this, you are okay. But it's good when you know the names as well. Yes. So thank you so much for your time. I'm going to see you in the next episode. Stay safe and I see you in my next episode.